Hey guys, it's Brittany with KWRI Marketing. Today, I just wanted to go over the team permissions that are set up for any team that is linked to the Market Center. So if you are associated with the team and the Market Center has set you up as a team, this will apply to you and your command account. The first thing that you can do in order to check whether or not you are set up as a team on command is by logging into the command portal and clicking on your name in the top right-hand corner. You'll notice here that I have two profiles, one being a team profile where it notates my role with that team. Connie here is set up as the rainmaker of the team. And then she also has her personal command platform. If you're seeing that you have two profiles, chances are you're associated with the team and you've already been set up. If you're clicking on your name and you should be a part of a team and you're not seeing these two profiles, you would need to touch base with your Market Center administrator within the office, and they can add you to the team tool. Team functions and features do usually take about 72 hours to sync over to your account. So if this was recently done, whether it was in the last day or two, it may just be a timing issue. It does take that full 72 hours. But once you guys do have access to this, you'll be able to access team settings. And that's what I want to go over today. So I'm going to go ahead and just select my settings button. And then once this section loads, in order to show you guys the actual permissions that are set up on this account, I do want to make sure that I have my team profile selected. If you currently have your personal profile selected, and I'll click that just so you can see what it looks like, nothing really changes, but you'll just notice that your personal profile is on top. In order to see the actual team settings, we will need to select our team profile. So I'm going to go ahead and click that, make sure my team profile is showing in the top right-hand corner. And then from here, I'm going to go ahead and just select general settings on the left-hand side. Once that pops up, you guys are going to see that you have a default account option. This default account section is going to allow you to select your default account. So if you are primarily going to be working out of your team profile, you can select your team profile as the default account. If you're going to be primarily working out of your personal database, your personal command profile, you can leave your personal profile as the default account. All this means is when you log into command, the system will automatically drop you on whichever profile you have selected as your default. You will still have full access to toggle back and forth using the top right-hand section. Underneath default account, you guys are going to see team management. I'm going to go ahead and click on team management. Connie is set up as the rainmaker, so her team management page will populate as this. She actually can see all of her agents on her team. It shows their role. This is what's been added in by the Market Center administrator. These roles can also only be changed by the Market Center administrator through the team tool. And then we have permissions. Automatically, as the rainmaker, she has access to unlimited permissions, and then she's bumped up both her administrative assistant and lead associate to also have unlimited permissions. If you are currently set up with standard permissions, it just means that you will not have access to this section, and it will also limit what types of access you will have to the team platforms. There is also enhanced permissions, which is right snug in the middle between your standard and unlimited. It's going to give you access to most of the marketing. However, you will still lack some of the unlimited access that the rainmaker may hold. If you are set up with enhanced or unlimited permissions, you should have access to this screen. That being said, you can also access the permissions tab on the top right-hand corner. And I'm going to go ahead and click on that just so you guys can kind of see the breakdown. So here it breaks it down into three separate categories. Again, we have our unlimited, our enhanced, and our standard. So standard is going to be the permission that is set up for every team member automatically when they are added to a team. From there, the rainmaker can adjust it to either be enhanced or unlimited. You also have your full permissions breakdown, which is going to give you a chart that goes over exactly what each category has access to. So it will break down everything in regards to what standard has access to, what enhanced has access to, and what unlimited has access to. This chart is also available in an article provided by Keller Williams International, which I have pulled up on a separate tab, and I'll make sure I hyperlink this underneath this video. That way you guys can take a look, but it is something that you will want to keep in mind. If you are planning on working out of the team database and you are planning on having all of your agents on your team work out of the team database, standard permissions is going to limit their access to the contacts within that database. That being said, they will have no access to the team management and setup. They will also lack access to the actual contacts platform provided by the teams. So just keep that in mind. If you guys are looking to share a database, you will want to bump anybody up on your team to enhanced. It will give them access to all of the team contacts. It will also allow them to import their contacts into the team platform while maintaining ownership. So that's helpful as well. I will make sure that, again, that this is hyperlinked right underneath this video, but I would recommend taking a look and just making sure that you understand where you are set up on the team. That way you have access to everything that you need access to. So jumping back over to command, I'm going to go ahead and just X out of this. From here, we can go right back to all team members. If you are set up as the Rainmaker, when it comes to changing access for permissions, you would just click on the drop-down box and select whichever one applies to that member on the team. From there, it usually takes about 10 to 15 minutes for this to adjust. Thankfully, this will not take that full 72 hours to populate. Once you adjust somebody's permissions, again, 10 to 15 minutes, have them relog into command, and they should have access to all of the platforms they need access to. This, again, is going to allow them to utilize smart plans through the team. It will allow them to share their contacts and just maintain contact profiles that have been added or moved into that team profile. So this is something just to familiarize yourself with. If you guys have any questions at all, feel free to shoot us an email over to support@scottlebremarketing.com.